Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back to Cooking with Efia. I'm so happy you are here today. We are making one of my favorite home stews, kontomire stew, the real rich Ghanaian way. This one has Wele, that is cow skin, mackerel, Agushi, or ground melon seeds, and eggs. And we're going to cook the fresh kontomire straight in the sauce, no pre-boiling. So all you have to do is to wear your apron and let's start cooking. Now we're going to steam Wele or cow skin. I've already cleaned this Wele very well, so I'll season it with some aromat or spice blend seasoning powder. Next, I'll also go in with some aromat shrimp seasoning, and not just that, I'm also going to be blending some fresh onions, garlic, ginger, some dry chilies, bay leaves, coriander, rosemary, and also some anise seed. You can feel free to use any natural herbs of your choice. Okay, I'll add some water to it, just enough to steam the Wele, because Wele can be very tough. Add in just a little bit of salt, cover and allow it to steam until soft and tasty. When it's tender and the broth is also rich, set it aside. We will use both the Wele and the stock later. Next, in another clean pot, I'll pour in some palm oil. Once it's hot, I'll go in with some momone for extra traditional flavor. You can also go in with onions if you don't have the momone, or you can either use kobe for this and you are good to go. I'll allow the momone to melt a little bit in the oil, then I'll go in with the blended ingredients. I've already introduced the ingredients to you, but I'll also list it in the description box for you to check it out. Now let's stir everything together very nicely, and once that is done, we will cover and allow it to build its flavors very well. We're going to steam or cook this for about 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, the base of this stew looks absolutely perfect and it smells really good in here. It's not really ready, so we're going to cover again for extra 10 to 15 minutes, and after 10 minutes, we will be back to check on it again. Now, whilst that is going on, let me still remind you that subscribing is free. So if you haven't still subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Kindly do subscribe to my channel and be part of this amazing family. Thank you so much for doing that. Now our base is ready, so all that is left is for us to go in with some chopped fresh tomatoes. You can also use tomato paste and that will be fine, but for this recipe I'll be using both fresh tomatoes and tomato paste. But before we add in the tomato paste, let's allow the fresh tomatoes to build its flavors as well. So we're going to stir and allow it to cook for about 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes we will go in with the tomato paste. Kindly feel free to use any tomato paste of your choice. I will stir it and allow it to cook down slowly until it thickens and the oil begins to rise on top. That's how you know the raw taste of tomato paste or the fresh tomatoes is gone. So kindly note it. Alright, so now it's time for us to build some flavors in the stew. So let's go in with some powdered pepper, and let's also not forget to add in some aromat shrimp seasoning together with the aromat stew seasoning powder. This two seasoning powder, trust me, is going to create a lot of magic in the stew, so don't omit it. If you want to get some, go grab yours in the market. It's very affordable, and trust me, you're going to love it. So once our stew is simmering, let's also focus on the agushi or max melon seed. So we're going to add a bit of water, salt to taste, and also crack in 8 or 7 eggs, depending on how you want your agushi to come out in the stew. We're going to use a fork to mix everything together very nicely until all is nice and well combined. Alright, so we are back. The seasonings has also done its work in the stew, and trust me, it's giving whatever you're supposed to give. It's smelling heavenly and I just love it. And the color is really giving rich, authentic stew, trust me. Now we're going to gently scoop the agushi into the stew, and once that is done, I also go in with some mackerel in tomato sauce. Don't forget to add in your steamed cow skin together with the stock. You can also season it with a little bit of salt, but kindly stir everything well and add the salt to it later, because the agushi and the eggs already have some salt, and also the seasonings I added to the stew has salt, and the stock also has some salt in it, so kindly be mindful of the salt. Now stir and allow it to do its own thing. Next, we're going to cut our kontomire into our preferred size, but before that, make sure to wash your kontomire very nicely and also remove the hard stalks and chop the leaves into small pieces, just the way you're seeing it on your screens right now. We are not going to boil this, it's going straight into our stew later, so make sure it's clean and well cut. So we are back to check on the stew, and it's doing absolutely fine. The agushi is still not ready, so we're going to give it a little time to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, and from there we're going to proceed to our next stage. But before that, if you haven't also give this video a thumbs up, kindly do that, and also do turn on the post notification bell so that anytime I upload new videos like this, you will be among the first person to be notified. Thank you so much for doing that. Now the agushi is nicely cooked and perfect, so all that is left is for us to add in our fresh kontomire straight into the stew. No pre-boiling, just fresh leaves. Once everything goes in, just cover your pot. You don't need to disturb it. Cover it and allow it to steam properly, and after steaming for about 30 minutes on low heat, this is the outcome. You need to be very gentle and have patience with this. We want to build a very healthy kontomire stew. We don't want to waste all the nutrients in the kontomire, so adding it to the stew directly without pre-boiling is perfect. As you can see, the kontomire has really softening very well, and the stew is also looking absolutely rich, colorful and full of aroma. Now the stew is looking good and it's ready as well. The wele is tender, the fish is juicy, the agushi and the eggs gives that creamy texture, and the kontomire is cooked just right. Soft but still fresh and green. That's how you make real Ghana Kontomire stew, flavorful and comforting. I served mine with some ripe plantain. That's how I love to enjoy my kontomire stew. You can also enjoy yours with rice, plantain, yam, or anything that you love. Thanks for cooking with me today. Until next time, keep cooking with love and enjoy your kontomire stew. Bye.